Welcome to the Innovation SquadCast, making a positive difference in learning through innovation.
Welcome to the Innovation SquadCast. Thanks for making us part of your educational PD journey. In this episode, we're excited to dive into the world of gamification and explore how you can level up your classroom. Gamification has the incredible potential to transform the learning experience, igniting student engagement, fostering collaboration, and challenging learners to reach new heights of critical thinking. Join us as we unpack the strategies and activities to discover how you can seamlessly integrate gamification features to create a dynamic, immersive learning environment for your students. I am Jimmy Cate.
I'm Kendall Lloyd.
And I'm Eileen Fernandez-Parker.
And we learned about gamification from Michael Matera and who was the other?
John Mahan.
Yes, John Mahan. And if you're interested, go down to the resources in the show notes. We've got episode 57, which was gamification, leveling up student engagement, and then also episode 72, leveling up your classroom. We actually talked to Michael Matera. So we've got some other resources, but we are diving back into gamification here and really looking at, some of the concepts. And Kendall, when we're looking at the concept of gamification, why is it important and how can it help enhance student engagement?
So what I explain to all the teachers when we host these sessions is gamification is a teaching method that you use game and elements to increase your student engagement in learning. Our students are no longer learning the way that we learn. That's all they play. They play games. Think about these sports loving kids. Think about these video game loving kids. We've got to think outside the box. So it's the same rigor, the same enjoyable learning. It's just more engagement to promote that learning. And it can be done by making it enjoyable, rewarding the students. And really it's all about the creation. So when you think about gamification, you need to think about your Bloom's taxonomy.
Right.
We always, I don't know as you guys, but as a teacher, sometimes it was really hard to get to the tip top of that Bloom's taxonomy.
100%.
We always stayed at the bottom two.
Yep.
With gamification, it's super easy. You don't even realize you're doing that, but you're just taking that pyramid and you're flipping it upside down. So you're working top down. You're automatically go to that create portion because it takes away all the creation from the teacher side and allows the students to create their own learning experience.
That's fantastic. So, and so, we got some examples that we are going to highlight in this particular episode. We've got links to them inside of the show notes, so definitely check out those show notes for any of the templates for the gamification experience and also, again, previous episodes. But one of the kind of the first ones that we're going to dive into is called the Alpha Blast activity. Go ahead and describe kind of what goes on with Alpha Blast activity, and we're actually going to do a quick demonstration as well with the Alpha Blast activity.
Yes, so this one is probably one of the easiest ones, and it goes to any subject area, any content. I mean, you can relate it to just about anything. Basically, students are presented with a secret mission, and your secret mission is your topic.
Okay.
And you're going to fly through a new field of 26 asteroids. Anybody want to take a guess what the 26 asteroids are?
The letters of the alphabet?
The letters
Nice.
of the alphabet.
Yes.
So the goal of this game is you have to think fast. You have to blast them away by using relevant words that relate to the secret mission.
Okay.
And so basically you have to pick a letter, say what that letter is that relates to that secret mission, and then you have to give how it relates. So you have to give what and how.
What and how. Got
all in 15 seconds.
15 seconds. Okay.
Yes, 15 seconds. So you have to think quick on your feet.
Okay.
And when that letter is blasted away, it's done, it's gone. You cannot repeat over and over.
Gotcha.
You can extend this and you can play with misses and you can play with checks. When I first started off, I usually don't do the hits and misses. I just get them rolling. To start off, I usually do something super simple. I had a class that was doing food trucks. All right, so that's our secret mission, food trucks. And they had to pick W for wheels on a food truck because the wheels get the food truck from place to place.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's an example.
All right.
All right, y'all ready to play?
I'm ready to play. What are we doing?
All right,
What's our topic?
let's do states of matter.
States
So
of
that's
matter?
our secret
Did you
mission.
do something impossible?
Oh, yeah.
That is not impossible. We did that with 5th grade the other day.
Okay.
And I had 2 5th grade classes out of 4 to get the entire alphabet.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Okay.
So,
All right. What do we have to say again?
so
Why and the how?
you have to do
The what?
What?
like relate to the alphabet letter, and
Okay.
then how it relates to your secret mission.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So you would have a timer. I usually do about 10 minutes. And then in my head, I'm thinking 15 and counting down. Oh, you're out of time. Then I move to the next one.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of that teacher autonomy. Or you can let your kids do it, but I like to keep them thinking on their
Or
feet.
put a timer up on the board.
Yep, we'll put a timer up on the board.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Y'all ready?
Ready.
Here comes our mission in 3,
Who goes first?
2. I let them just call
Okay.
out.
Okay.
It's fun
Go back and
because
forth.
you get some of them that are super excited.
Gotcha.
All right, ready?
Ready.
Go.
W. It's water, so it's a liquid.
Perfect.
Ice, because it's a solid state.
C for changes. You have different changes when it comes to matters.
S for steam, which is another type of state of matter.
P for plasma. Plasma is an extra state of matter. E for
T.
evaporation.
Ooh, there you go.
T is for temperature. It often changes the state of matter.
Perfect.
S for solid. It's a. Oh, I already did S. I lost.
So yeah, no, that's good. You wouldn't lose. You would just say, "Oh, S is already taken." So you
Okay.
have the alphabet up on the board.
Do
You
you
have to cross it out.
do you cross them off?
Yes,
on the
I
board?
cross
Yeah,
them off
okay, yeah.
as on the board.
Okay, that makes sense. That was-
But you would
yeah.
just keep going.
I got you.
With some of them, you're going to have the teacher has the autonomy to step in and say, "Hey, I can't keep giving states of matter," because
Right.
one time I had somebody go Z for zebra because zebra is a solid.
solid.
A for apple. A is an apple. And I'm like, no, we're not
Right.
going to keep giving examples. How does it truly relate? And then that's where I got like the E for evaporation, R for
Right.
reaction, P for plasma, and then one of them did like Z for something. Like I was like, girl, you're
Yeah.
way too ahead of me, but
Yeah.
I'll count it. If the explanation does not relate to that topic,
Right.
you can move on.
Gotcha.
My rule of thumb, and again, it's not the end all be all. It's just can they explain their thinking?
Right.
If they can explain their thinking, I'm going to give them credit for it. I have done this several times. It's a super quick to see what your kids know. And I think the best part when I did this with one of the teachers is she looked at me and she goes, "My babies do know what I'm talking about."
Right.
And I'm like, see,
Yes. Yeah.
they actually retain what you have.
Yeah.
This can be done across the board. I did this particular states of matter with 5th grade. I know an instructional coach did it with a 2nd grade class, and she said they loved it.
Good.
So it's across the board.
Is it a competition or is it a whole class?
It is. It's dependent upon the teacher. If the teacher wants to make it a whole class, when I first started, I do it individually just so
Right.
they can kind of think and keep going. But as you move forward and you do this quite often, that might be a strategic move. We're going to do groups and we're going to see if you can stay in order. So if we're all in a group, Jimmy went first, I would go next, Eileen would go third. If we get out of order, I might count that as a strike against you.
Right.
So it's totally up to the teacher. You can do whatever is the best fit for your class.
I could definitely see this being 2 teams, and and that could
Yes.
increase the collaboration and communication, talking, or something like
And
that, or
it's-
even a bunch of different little mini teams. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then you can do like mini alpha blast within a main alpha blast. And then I've even done it to where I've included the teacher.
Nice.
When I'm going in and I'm pre-teaching and showing them how to do it before they do it in their classrooms, the teacher even gets excited because he tries to help the kiddos answer it.
That's fantastic. Yeah, love it. All right. So we did Alpha Blast. So definitely, again, check out the show notes for the screenshot or for the template so that you can use Alpha Blast in your classroom as well. So the next one we've got here linked in their show notes is going to be the Candy Bar Challenge. Let's go over the Candy Bar Challenge and how does that one work? So.
All right. If everyone's not sick of candy from Halloween, we can never get sick of candy, right?
Nope.
All right. So the Candy Bar Challenge is very similar to the Alpha Blast. You relate candy bars to a subject area.
Okay.
We've done it several different ways. You just give the kids the criteria, how many original sentences they need or how many connections they need to connect. and then they would go from there. For example, the one that we did, we're not going to necessarily play this one, but we did the skeletal system.
I'll probably lose again. So.
It's okay. We did the skeletal system.
Okay.
And so the skeletal system has 3 types of bones in the hand. You have the carpals, the metacarpals, and the phalanges.
Gotcha.
Taken together, these form the 3 musketeers, ding, 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 of the hand bones. Every time you chew food, smile, or snicker, ding, 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 you move your lower jaw, aka your mandible. The radius and ulna are 2 long bones in the forearm, and they look like a giant pair of Twix. Ding, 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 ding. 2 for me and none for you. The vertebrae stacked together in a neat column, just like Smarties.
Wow.
Nice.
So it's just relating those topics. I've played this with first grade, and I narrowed the list of candy bars down that they could use. This was for a high school level, and they could do more.
Right.
And in the show notes, in the resources, I have a massive list of famous candies that you can pull from.
Nice.
But for first grade, we did money, pennies. Like we did, I can't even remember, but we did like what does a penny relate to?
Right.
Or it's payday. And the payday, and we had to give it back to the government, and so it was really cute the way the kids talked about the different pieces. It was like milk duds. When you get paid, it's like pennies and milk duds because you have to. It was really cute, but just simply relating it can be. We do have these timers on there, and the timers just to challenge them to get there and thinking.
Right. So if I said I have 4 quarters, which equals $1, which is not quite 100 grand.
Yes, look at you.
Nice.
Yeah, I would have won this one.
Yes.
Maybe we do want to play
I've
it.
actually done one with economics and government from the high school level. It's really cool. So you just take the candy bars and you relate it to any topic that you've done. And it helps with that writing.
100%.
They have
Anytime
to.
you can write, that's great.
I always say 1 candy bar per sentence.
Right.
And that's two content areas you're integrating right there.
Right. And the level of blooms and DOK that you're at.
Oh,
when
yeah,
they're
you're
doing
automatically,
illusions.
they don't even notice it.
Right.
So this is really good. I like to give them a couple of minutes, even with the Alpha Blast, but particularly with the Candy Bar Challenge, to work as a group.
Yeah.
The collaboration work as a group. And
I
then
love
I'll
that
also
idea,
give them the opportunity to present.
Yeah.
Because the way you talk about 100 grand may not be the way I talk about 100 grand, or the way I describe the skeletal system may not be the way Eileen described the skeletal system.
Gotcha.
And it's really cute. It's fun, laugh. Like it's a great time.
It is. Sounds great. And the last one we're going to just demonstrate today, but again, there are tons out there. Again, head to the show notes. Again, in the resources section, we've got 2 other podcasts where we've discussed gamification and other examples. Plus, we also have the gamification experience document where you can check out some of these templates. So the last one we're talking about today is the Mouth of Truth activity. Let's go over this one.
So like Jimmy said, we have tons and tons and tons, and I'm always doing them. We're going to talk about that later. But if you are watching the podcast, you can see that I have a crocodile in my hand. It is the crocodile. Oh, it's the crocodile dentist. I had to turn around and look at the thing. But it's the crocodile dentist. They make them full size or they make them baby.
Okay.
I have a bunch of teachers that have the baby ones, and they do it in mini groups.
Okay.
Nice.
These are more for your review games, just a small group to see what your kids are doing, but you need to put your thinking caps on. Test your courage by pressing your luck. Be prepared to test your knowledge and leverage your skills with your teammates in the Mouth of Truth. So the setup's a breeze, which has been like super easy for all of these. That's the perk of gamification. It should be easy.
Yep.
Something quick and easy. So basically, you have a list or a sheet or something that the kids have to answer to earn points in the front.
Okay.
So how I've done it is I did a mix of questions just to get an idea. And they had to answer it. The teacher was going around checking as they were answering. And every time they get a correct answer, they earn a point or a chance to press their luck.
Okay.
So let's say after I give you 10 minutes to answer your questions, Eileen comes out with 10, I come out with 5, Jimmy comes out with 9.
Nice.
So Eileen would have 9 chances or 10 chances to press her luck. I would have 5, you would have 9 chances to press your luck.
Okay.
And this is where the teacher autonomy can come in. I like to throw in little wrenches. If you press 1, you have to press 2. Or you can pass. Like after 2, you have to pass.
Gotcha.
So what I would do is I would send one person up from your team.
Okay.
And you would press up. My team's automatically out.
You're out? Oh, when it
yep.
comes down, you're out?
Yep. If it comes down, you're out.
Okay.
Then you'd have to turn on. All right. That's 1 of my 9. So I have 8 more chances left.
Okay.
All right. Do you want to press your luck or do you want to pass it?
Oh, I see.
I want to pass it, right?
Okay. So then you would pass it, and then you have 10 chances. You have to go at least one time, I say, on the first round.
So for those who are listening, the crocodile, when you click on the
Yeah.
tooth,
Yes.
it could snap down on your finger, but
Right.
not hurt you. But
Yes.
just so you know, that's where the high anxiety but excitement is.
And then,
I'm going 2. I'm pressing my luck. Ha!
all right.
Now
So
what?
Jimmy pressed 2. So he was down to 8. And now he has 6 more chances to try to win. So basically the last team standing. And then I like I said, I like to throw in wrenches in there where,
It got me. Got me.
we're
Pressed my luck too
we're at
hard.
round 3. You have to press 3 times
Right.
before you pass, or you can use all your chances. Again, that's teacher discretion. Like teacher can
Wow.
decide that, but I like to make it fun because you're going to see these little kids come up and they're going to be like, ooh.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But they did the work beforehand. And now
Right.
they're like benefiting their
Yes.
reward.
Yep.
So it's going to give them I want 10 chances to win.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. Yeah.
So again,
So how do they get the crocodile? Like the whole game surrounds that.
so these are easy. You can find them on Amazon. I think you can buy them at Target or Walmart. We got ours off Amazon. If you blurb disclaimer, but sometimes if you go to the Amazon bin stores, I've seen the little baby ones for $1. I know that a couple of my Fox Bank teachers went and bought up
Yep.
all the little baby ones.
Nice.
Nice.
It's just, and I say baby ones, it's just a mini one. But the mini ones are cute because you can play them in your small groups while
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
working with your small groups.
Right.
100%.
Can we put the link for the Amazon bins in the
It's
thing? 'Cause
all
I've
of them
never
are
heard of
in.
that.
Yep, all of them are in
awesome.
the
The gamification experience.
the gamification. So if
Yeah.
you go to the Candy Bar Challenge or if you go to the Mouth
Okay.
of Truth, then the link's in there.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
And then you never know. Sometimes we have other games that we like to do.
Yes.
And this will feed on into it. How can I learn more about gamifications?
Yes.
If you come to the Innovation Summits, I always host a gamification session. You always get a new or 3
Yep.
or 4 things that you can take back to your classroom and use the next day. And
Yep.
a lot of times I like to give things away.
Yes.
I know the last Innovation Summit, I had 2 people to walk away with Operation
Oh,
because
nice.
we did Operation Game.
Nice.
I actually have given away 2 of these at a summit last year. So
Nice.
you always walk away with something.
Yes.
Nice.
But I think that's the biggest thing. You can always do the summits. We have the resources below. Even the PD days, I like to do on the big district PD days.
Yep.
I'll do 1, maybe 2, depending on
It fills up.
how well they feel. And I will tell you, if you see a gamification, sign up because it's bound to be fun. And
Yep.
usually they fill up pretty quick.
Do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you can't come to the summit, you usually have a representative from your school that went.
Right.
Get them to go. Get them to bring back the resources.
Yeah.
And have those discussions on how you can add gamification as
Right.
well. So.
And then we also, we don't mind, I don't mind hopping into your PLCs, hopping into your grade level meetings to demonstrate
Mhm.
how you can use gamification. Guys, we've used gamification from review to TDAs. I think that was probably one of the best ones I did last year was helping with those writing. Like poor Phil. Phil's not a writer, Phil's not a reader, but he wrote a TDA last year.
Mhm.
He still won't claim that I let him write a TDA, but he did it last
Yes, he
year.
did.
I made the entire office do the gamification with TDAs. So it's there. Just reach out to your ILC, reach out to me. I don't mind coming in. This is,
Yep.
I like to call it my baby. I enjoy it.
Yes.
I enjoy having fun. So
Yep, and you got the ability to use Schoology badging as well to, again, recognize teamwork and problem solving and adaptability in these competitive ways as well. And again, like Kendall said, reach out to your ILCs. We'll be more than happy to come in and help with demonstrating and help just have that second adult in the room sometimes helps with gamification as well.
Right.
So,
and remember, we just gave you 3 examples. We have tons and tons and tons more.
Yep. This, again, talking about, again, increasing engagement, your collaboration, your critical thinking, using all ways that you can to get your kids engaged. And whenever kids are engaged, achievement usually follows as well. So you can also check out Magic School as well. They've got plenty of ways to gamify yourself as well. Anytime you put something in, I want to gamify this particular activity, they'll give you examples using the chat bot. So,
and I've actually used one at the Innovation Summit. Last time we did, I always do it like a seasonal themed one. We did a skeletal bone where they had to earn their supplies to build a skeleton or a bridge. And one of the things was to use Magic School Song Generator, use Magic School Rap Battle. So I incorporated the AI into it.
It's a good way to get students using that as well. So,
and what's also amazing is that you really are close to, if you don't hit 100% participation among the students, because like if you do a Jeopardy game, you're going to have some kids who are out front, but this is really 100% involvement.
And like Eileen has said, and I forgot to mention this at the beginning, the reason behind gamification is, don't get me wrong, we all did it. We all did Kahoot. We all did Book It. They're great. But what does that truly tell us about your kiddos? You have Bobby Button Pusher. You have Dyslexia Sally. You have, I don't know, I'm just going to click a button. I mean, those leaderboards are great, but we can get more from these kiddos just by beyond hearing the Kahoot song and we're going to get excited. So this just takes a spin, and by no means am I saying those are bad. They're not, but where do they fall on that Bloom's taxonomy level? These particular games take them to a next level.
And that's what we're all about. Absolutely. So,
and I looked it up. It's that one that was the illusions is a level 4, DOK 4.
Yes.
Perfect. So thanks everyone for tuning in. We really hope you found today's episode insightful and inspiring. Don't forget to check out the show notes for the resources that we talked about. There's also links to the video podcast and links to the Innovation SquadCast PD available in Unified Talent. For every 2 episodes, you get 1 hour of renewal credit. So just go watch those one of the other episodes, and you get an hour of gamification. So stay connected. Make sure you subscribe to podcasts on YouTube or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts to be in the know of our latest episodes. And we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear about your gamification ideas. So feel free to email us if you want to bring a topic to us and want to be on the podcast. Make sure you reach out to your ILCs. We'd be more than happy to come to you and let you share in our experience, as we always are excited to engage with our amazing teachers and our community. So thank you guys for being here. Thanks, Kendall and Eileen, for sharing everything. Until next time, keep innovating.